Y'all thought y'all wasn't seeing it. We here. Ooh, another coffee with corn. And as you can see, the setup is different. Because I got someone here with us today. We got a special guest. We got the brother in.
Oh, we in here?
Oh, we got the brother in.
We in here? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we in here.
Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah, we in here.
Lord have mercy. We in here? Oh boy.
Oh, good to see you.
Oh boy.
First of many.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
First of many. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I feel special. I don't even know what to say. I feel special. Mixology Gaming. We're gaming and drinking is one and the same. C. Davis. Do I tell them, biologically, I'm, the big brother?
Oh yeah. Oh, they should know that for sure.
Okay, they should know that by now. Big brother, but yeah, I have my gaming channel, Mixology Gaming. We specialize in making cocktails and playing all sorts of video games online. And yeah, man, I typically have good rants too.
Good rant.
I typically have some good rants.
Oh, look at, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Fix your internet, my boy. What the f? We got problems. All right, we got real problems. I can't take this no more, bro. I can't. I'm tired of being nice to people. I am tired, okay? Maybe this is a culmination of shit. But when you can spend damn near $600 on a PlayStation, $400 on an Xbox, all the games that come along with it, custom controllers and shit, you know what I'm saying? You want to buy yourself a gaming chair, you want to build yourself a stream, you want to be a streamer, but you ain't got no fucking internet, and then you dare come on.
He be raging.
I do rage. I have my raging moments.
He be raging for sure.
I have my rage moments. They're warranted rages, okay? Warranted rages.
Warranted rages.
Yes.
Like the Wi-Fi issue in the FGC community.
I don't have an issue with people playing online. I don't have an issue.
Indeed.
But when you spend all your money on gaming PCs, PlayStation 5s, Xboxes, and all this other trash, and your internet is like 10 MPS. So when I'm trying to scrap, you know what I'm saying, you jumping, my screen is freezing all over the place.
They care about the game, and they don't care about the Wi-Fi connection. They think it's strong enough.
No.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not even
Not
close.
at all. Not at all.
Not even
it just upsets me. You spending all this money on this stuff, but you can't spend an extra $50 on some internet speed, bro?
Right. I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
Okay. All right, that's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
I just get frustrated.
The first time y'all even seen my brother, or didn't even know my brother, when y'all seen that cosplay when we were playing KH2. We were playing KH2. And you saw that cool cosplay. What was it? The Halloween.
Jack Skellington?
Yeah, Jack Skellington. That cosplay was amazing. Show him core. That cosplay was so clean. It was way back though.
It was inspired actually by you because you were playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts, and when I went to the Halloween store, they had that Keyblade.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, how awesome would this be if I was Jack Skellington with the Keyblade?
Oh yeah.
So that's what inspired it. And then when I put the mask on, part of the head was like dented in. So I was like, okay, what if I'm mixed and I killed Jack Skellington? I have his head, and I used the Keyblade. that was the origins of it. That was the origin.
And it was an amazing cosplay. So let me tell you what Coffee with Corn is. Coffee with Corn is just a really cool and chill series on the channel where we just talk about games, movies, books, or anything of topic of interest. At the beginning of my channel, like I was just doing game reviews and things like that until I found my speed and making people laugh. But also, and part of me, in my heart, I still like just talking about games just in the video. And that's what this series is going to be about. And today, we're doing some Legend of Zelda tier list, talking about those dungeons, because the game was just phenomenal. And if you don't know, I have a full playthrough series on my channel, and you can just watch that. It's funny. It's hilarious. Go ahead and watch it. It's so good, bro. This game is so good. Like when I first was playing it, like I felt like a kid again. Like,
Yep.
like usually a lot of these games, they give you like objective, step by step, what to do. Like for a good example, God of War Ragnarok.
Yes.
Oh no, Kratos, you gotta throw the axe at the thing. Like,
Yeah.
so they ain't telling you nothing.
No.
They're not telling you anything.
No.
Oh, you didn't know you're supposed to put the box there?
No.
Yeah, great.
and some people don't even realize Nintendo 64 was, I mean, this was before a lot of people's time. So nobody really had the guys. There was no gamer guides for a lot of this stuff. And if you had the game and you decided to get the gamer guide, you was looked down upon.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Oh really?
Oh, absolutely. Because it was all about mastering the games. You had to master the game. They had the Game Genies, they had the Game Cubes, they had the Game Sharks, all of the cheat things you can enhance the game. But when that game came out, you needed to master it.
Oh, yeah.
You had to master that game. So I remember playing it hours on end, difficulty. I mean, we'll get into it. I'll probably rage on the. I will probably rage. I will probably rage. But I remember playing it and no guide. No guide. You just had to figure it out.
Yeah, you just had to figure it out. Like I think the toughest part of the game was that water temple, and we're gonna get into that. So that water temple. Oh my god! I had two videos. Like y'all know, when I was playing the game, it was like 4 to 5 hour sessions. 4 to 5 hour sessions trying to figure out what to do.
In fairness, I warned you.
You did.
I told you that water temple was like insane. I told you. I look forward to the video. When you got ready, I was like, when are you going to go back online and finish that temple? Yeah, that was wicked.
Oh my god. Also, we are live on Mixology Gaming, so if you see him looking to the right, here are some mouse clicks. Like my first time playing like any Legend of Zelda was basically Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, which is like on Switch. Completely different of the original series, of course. Doesn't really follow the story like that with the original games. So I just thought like, what is something new? Something old that I could play? And I thought, why not Ocarina of Time? And going through that game was such an amazing experience. It really did feel like
I felt like that just touched your soul when you
It did. It was like, bro, it was.
It touched your soul. You're like,
in painful ways as well. Yeah, let's get started with the first dungeon that you also experienced. Located in the Kokiri Forest inside the Deku Tree is the first dungeon of the game and can be entered after obtaining the Kokiri Sword and Deku Shield and speaking with the Deku Tree. The dungeon mostly features simpler enemies such as the Deku Baba and the Skulltulas. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, honestly, what standing out to me in that one is probably like the music in this game. The music is really good.
Yes, the music in the game is absolutely.
Oh, the music is.
It touches you. It touches you. If anybody played Legends of Zelda or any other RPG, you know there's always some type of build up. You gotta get there, right? In order to get there, you have got to grind.
Yeah.
So I think by virtue of it being the first dungeon, I don't think it goes any lower than B. It wasn't difficult. The level of difficulty wasn't that hard. You learned the mechanics of the game in the first dungeon. They tried you. The boss fight wasn't as complicated. You're looking at me. You're thinking about it. It wasn't that hard.
It wasn't. I don't think it was supposed to be. It was supposed to give you that cool feel, and that honestly, it kind of really smoothed you into how the rest of the dungeons was gonna be. Okay. Because like the rest of the dungeons is like, it's almost like a horror game a little bit, especially when you get to the Shadow Temple.
Yeah, Shadow Temple.
So when I went into that dungeon, I'm like, wow, like the music is, it's almost like kind of scary, and often you realize like this is a kid that's fighting monsters. He is literally a kid fighting monsters in this scary dungeon. With the fairy.
With the fairy. I mean, make sure you throw that one in there. With the fairy. And I'm trying to because it's been such a long time. Yeah. But I remember distinctly. The reason why I'm putting this no lower than an A is because it's the first temple. It has its moments for sure. Yeah. It introduced a lot of the story in the beginning, and you don't get that in a lot of video games, especially in the first major, right? Yeah. But then being very resilient. I mean, you're throwing seeds, man. You're using a slingshot. You know what I'm saying? Like you're using basic assets to get through this dungeon. I mean, you're a kid.
You get used to your kid at first.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And the music is good. The bosses was cool, and the enemies were trying to show you how to like defeat them and all that.
True,
you know?
true.
So I think it's like a good A.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be an A.
It got to be like an A. You know, it's like
I feel like you don't want to put it at an A. I feel like you want to put it at a B.
No, I think it's an A because that's where I put it.
Okay, yeah, I'm putting it at an A. I mean, you're inside a tree, and you know what it reminded me of?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really thought about it, but I'm gonna say it. Kirby, Nintendo, because every first Kirby game, every Kirby level, the first boss is always a giant tree.
It's always a giant tree.
Look it up. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Look it up, man.
They ain't find no big spider because that was the first thing. What was it? Big spider?
Yeah, you fought the big spider, but I'm saying you're inside a tree. You're inside a tree.
Oh,
so I'm saying
64?
they're giving, huh?
Nintendo 64?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I never played Kirby.
Kirby
64.
60 on 64.
Yeah.
The basic game. See, again, I'm a little older than you are.
See, but that's why you're here.
OG gamers know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Every Kirby game, and even the new Kirby that's out right now, the first boss is a giant tree.
It's a giant tree.
It's always
tree.
been like that. It's a tree. Look it up. I'm not making it up. So I felt like they gave homage to the tree. Nintendo. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm looking into it, but
I don't think you're tripping.
It was a tree.
Okay.
It was a fucking tree.
I should probably play it because I haven't played Kirby like that. I never grew up playing Kirby.
I grew up playing Kirby, and the first boss was a giant tree.
Okay. That's great.
I feel like I'm being judged. No, I feel like I'm being judged. For being old.
The Dodongo's Cavern. The Dodongo's Cavern is located partway up Death Mountain. After getting the Goron's bracelet from Darunia, Link can enter the cavern by using the bomb flower. This dungeon introduces many new fire-based enemies like the Dodongo and fire keys, making a Hylian sword helpful. Yes, the Dodongo Cavern. That one was
not memorable.
The Dodongo. That's what's crazy.
It wasn't memorable. To get there, if I'm not mistaken, this is where the Dongos, I can't even pronounce what they were again. But pretty much like the rock creatures of the story.
Yeah.
Once you're in the cavern, it's like being inside a giant mountain.
Yeah.
A lot of boulders. A lot of boulders. I would say the level of difficulty was it definitely kicked up. It kicked up.
Yeah, I think I did have a little bit of difficulty going through. But
this is where you got your bombs too. I believe this is where you got your first bombs.
You had to pick them up. You couldn't have them yourself. Though.
That's true.
Yeah, you had to pick them up.
Not memorable. Not memorable.
That's what's crazy. It's not memorable.
It's not memorable. I can't remember exactly. I remember boulders coming down, and I remember being very frustrated with those damn boulders.
Oh yeah.
But I couldn't tell you.
That's what's crazy because I'm like in a farm. Let's look at.
So so you did. So you had to pick the bombs.
Yeah, you had to pick up the bombs, go through, break the door. Yeah, you go through, break the door. The Dodongo's Cavern. There was like lava pits. Moving stuff around. Yeah, it wasn't a particularly hard. Yeah, as I'm looking at it, it wasn't a particularly hard dungeon. Yeah, it wasn't.
Like I said, it wasn't. It's nothing. It was nothing memorable to me about this dungeon. The boss fight.
Oh, that boss fight though, King Dodongo.
Yeah, the boss fight was actually kind of cool.
Did I have difficulty with that?
If you did, it's understood because you didn't have really a lot of resources.
Yeah.
When you're fighting that boss.
Yeah.
As you can see here, you had to throw the bomb in the mouth and whatnot, and then he chases you down. Mm-hmm. You could obviously, so you could hug on the side.
Yeah. I was an idiot when I was fighting this. I thought I had to like time something. I was like, what am I doing? And then I realized, he's opening his mouth. Throw a bomb in. Right.
But still, not a memorable dungeon. If we're talking about dungeons, and if we're talking about boss fights, this one was kind of cool because again, the level of difficult kicked up. But if we're talking about dungeon, there was nothing memorable about this dungeon at all.
Yeah, because like obviously I remember the whole experience. I mean, I sat there and recorded for hours.
Yeah.
I didn't really remember much about this one.
Yeah.
It would be like a good C.
I was about to say a C.
BC?
No, I don't know if I'm giving it a B. I think I'm giving it a C.
I mean,
for the purposes. I mean, if I can't remember what happened, then you don't deserve to be on a high part of the tier. I feel like B's are reserved for, you know what, it was mediocre. It was alright. I can remember the difficulty was alright. Alright. That's what B is.
That's
C,
what B is.
yeah, that's what B is. A C is for like, nah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember
It's
not going there. I can't go there. I'm giving it a C. I'm giving it a C. You can give it a B if you want. I'm giving it a C.
I really would give it B because of Darunia. Darunia was cool. Because when you play the song, he start.
So again, if you're talking about, oh, here we go. Wow. and ladies and gentlemen, that is the difference between the gifted and the wise. My knees hurt, so I can't do that.
Oh my god!
I'm giving it a C, bro. You can give it a B if you want.
Which one's there?
I believe is it that one right there?
I'll give it a C.
I'll give it a C. No, you go ahead and give it to me. You gonna give it a B? Put it up there. I'll give it a C.
It'll get that.
I gotta give it a C. All right, we're on the next one.
Oh no.
This one? Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't even want to talk about this.
There's a Jabu. The Jabu.
Another dungeon located inside a guardian creature. Jabu Jabu's belly is found in Zora's fountain behind Zora's domain. To enter, use the silver scale to find Ruto's letter in Lake Hylia. Then show this letter to the king Zora. Use this bottle to capture a fish.
Bro, listen.
How was I supposed to know you were supposed to let me calm down.
I'm about to say, go ahead.
How? How?
Rants running
I'm looking
the
at
family.
the stream and I'm looking at you.
Rants running the family.
How was I supposed to
Take time.
know to get the fish? Y'all literally, even people in the comments literally agree with me. Like, how was I supposed to know to put the fish in the bottle? How was I supposed to know to feed him? He's literally asleep. Like, what? I thought he was asleep. How am I supposed to know he's hungry? How am I supposed to know you're supposed to capture a fish?
I'm kind of mad about that, man.
I am mad. I am.
In fairness, they did not give you hints. They did not give you hints. But you did have a empty jar. And there were fish kind of just, in the water. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. You overthought it. That's the problem with y'all generation. You damn YouTubers and you damn, before Gmail and all this other stuff, we had Yahoo. We had AOL. We had to put the disc in.
Man, whatever. Y'all had guys.
If somebody was on the phone in the house, you wasn't getting on the internet. When life was simple, you overthought it. You had an empty jar. It was water and fish. You should have just did that.
But how are you supposed to know to feed it? How? I was supposed to know?
I don't know, man. I mean, life was good when we had AOL disc, you know what I'm saying? Now we gotta pay $45 for some cheap ass internet and we gotta go play Mortal Kombat. Don't get me started on this again, dog. Don't get me started on this again. Alright? I'm just saying, that's your problem. I didn't have that problem.
Bro, when you actually get into the dungeon.
That dungeon was hard.
That dungeon was hard. It was difficult, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all remember? I remember
that dungeon went immediately to 10.
Great to get somewhere.
Yeah.
I was like, how was I supposed to know? What? I thought I tried everything. Literally, I tried to put myself in this situation.
I'm having a difficult time understanding that when you say, how was I supposed to know? That's every video game. That's every video game.
But
you're mad at the basic mechanics of a game?
But still, they didn't even explain the mechanic where you can put stuff up in the jar.
I'm upset when people have crappy internet and we playing online and you lagging all over the place and you mad because you just gotta figure something out.
That's a personal issue. Well,
this is a personal issue. You gotta figure it out. Oh no, God forbid I have to figure it out. Oh no. Oh no. You mean to tell me I have to figure this out? In an RPG video game. In a role-playing game I gotta figure it out. Oh no, Lord have mercy.
I get that you have to figure it out. But listen. Look at me. I get you gotta figure it out. This is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, where you figure out what to do, what you're supposed to do. They're not giving you any hints or anything. Well, they do give you hints here and there. But dude, when you actually get into the Jabu Jabu's mouth, like, bro,
you gotta figure it out.
Here he go.
Oh no. Oh Lord. It's an RP. Listen, that dungeon was hard.
That dungeon was
absolutely
let's
insane.
be serious, like, because you had to like use Princess Ruto to get to certain parts. I think the one that was hard was like the water rising thing. I'm like, how am I supposed to get her? How am I supposed to yeet her over there?
Yeah, that was frustrating.
I was like,
to carry her, launch her over.
It was so irritating.
Yeah.
I hated that dungeon. I didn't like it. I didn't like that dungeon.
That dungeon. Well,
I'm trying to be like as objective as possible here.
Well,
but
we're talking about from a tier list perspective. We're talking about some of the best dungeons, and when you're talking about some of the levels that you're on, I think difficulty has to be considered. That to be higher on the tier. That it has to be. We're not rating it on frustration, because if we rate it on frustration,
it was memorable.
It is memorable because it was hard as hell.
Who was the boss for that? It was like
a jellyfish.
It was like a jellyfish.
Yes,
you had to like get on the platform, all that. Yeah,
it was the one that was spinning around. I think it was electric jellyfish. Mm-hmm. Was that the one? No, am I thinking about the water temple? I'm thinking about the water. No, the water temple was a different boss.
No, that was different because that was a weird creepy boss.
This was a jellyfish that was spinning around.
Really?
From the purposes of the tier, I'm gonna honestly say
I'm gonna put it at B.
You're gonna put it at a B? I was gonna put it at an A.
Really?
I'm putting it at an A.
It was hard, but
that's the reason why.
Yeah, I'll put it at a B.
Okay, I'm putting it at A because again,
it's just like
limited resources.
There was one part that it was just so annoying. The little electric things constantly killing you. It was so annoying. But when you really figure it out, all you gotta do is just throw her at everything.
Yes.
But it was just so annoying. Like backtracking every time you messed up, it was annoying. But it was good.
So you're giving it a B because it was annoying?
Okay, I'll give it a B. I probably should explain.
I kind of need you to explain this one.
I'll give it a B because the difficulty upscaled, right, from the last one.
Okay.
The difficulty was good. The design was interesting. And plus you get, because when you go there, you get the boomerang.
The boomerang, yes.
The boomerang. I love that part. I love when you get the boomerang. It was really cool to actually figure out something like really tough.
Wait a minute.
It wasn't too bad.
Did you just hear what you just said? It was actually cool to figure it out. It was cool to figure out how to throw a boomerang. But oh Lord, I gotta figure out how to get through this damn dungeon. Oh no! Oh my God! I had to figure this out.
I'm giving it a B because I didn't know how to get the fit. You know, I'm putting it at a B. I don't care. I don't care if it's bite. I don't care. It wasn't a bad dungeon though. Like that's the thing. It wasn't like a terrible dungeon.
Your logic.
It was still annoying. It was still annoying with the enemies. I kept dying left and right.
Your logic.
I kept dying left and right. Okay.
I got issues with your logic, but okay, we good.
Oh my goodness.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm giving it an A. The reason why I'm giving it an A, design. You're inside a giant fish mouth. Trying to get in there was a challenge there. I'll give you that. Yeah. There was a level of frustration that went along with that, so I can agree with that. But that's the beauty of the RPG. When you play Final Fantasy, when you play Persona 5, when you play all these games now of current.
Oh, Persona 5. Yeah, they tell you what to do every time.
They tell you what to do. They didn't tell you what to do here.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing at all.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what makes it fun.
So here's the level of difficulty. So now you're inside. You got jellyfish electrocuting you. You got to try to throw your boomerang. There was moments where you throw the boomerang where you can't see what you're hitting, but you got to hit it. You're throwing old girl over here. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
The level of difficulty was there at the very beginning, at the very start of this game. It introduced you to, the basic mechanics, and they threw you right into some dungeons. And the third one that you had to play, not only did you have to figure out how to get in it, but then you had to figure out how to get out of it, and it was very frustrating. That gets an A. That's an A.
my viewers gonna love you because
that's an A, but that's an A. Because I mean, if we're gonna rate it, if we're gonna knock it because it was difficult, then that means the rest of the temples, you might as well be putting it down there in the D category.
I might as well put Water Temple in F, which I will do.
We could.
Like, nah.
Well, you could.
No.
But
it was satisfying trying to figure it out. But at the same time, it was just so irritating because I'm just like judging myself. Like, dang, like, I'm so stupid. How did I not know to do
yes, there was definitely Zelda. Zelda had a lot of aha moments.
I'm an idiot.
To the Forest Temple, right? Forest Temple will be the next.
Yeah,
the next one?
Because at that point. Yeah, at that point you got all the spiritual stones now. You got the one from.
Yep, you got all three.
You got the one from Princess Ruto.
Yep.
And you already get the one from the tree.
Yep.
So you got 3 already. So then you go through that transition with Ganondorf. For Ganondorf, ha ha ha! I got you now.
Can we give an honorable mention when you do the record? We've got to do the honorable mention. The honorable mention for that scene when you get to become adult Link and he's looking around and then you come out of that castle. The scene was insane.
Oh, it was so cool.
You got the dragon. It's dead. I mean, it's like, what just happened?
Honestly, it was cool. When you look at the sky, you just like,
you're fast.
What is going on? And then you go into town to town, like, there's nobody there. And there's these creepy little, them things.
Yep.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
I was amazed, and I'm amazed at the temple. Y'all know me, bro. Y'all know me, cause like when I hear the Temple of Time music, it's just. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So that was great.
Just make sure that is on there. It will. Transition was amazing.
That transition was.
But and then the heading into all of these temples and all of the places that you would need to go that you visited already as a kid. Started to make the game even better because you're looking around. You're already fascinated by like, whoa, what is going on?
Yeah.
So heading back to the Forest Temple, you're heading home. Because that sets the tone for that one. Do you want to read that one? Or?
Yeah, okay. Upon obtaining the hook shot from Dappy's ghost, Link can return the Sacred Forest Meadow. After playing Saria's song to Mito to prove himself a friend of Saria after learning the minute of forest from Sheik, Link can enter the Forest Temple. Yeah, because that's when you start to talk with Sheik.
Yes. Yes.
I think that she was really mysterious, but I kind of already knew who she was.
I got you.
It was it would have been cool to not know, but honestly, I think you would figure it out.
And you'll figure it out in time. If you're first playing the game, you're not thinking that this is Zelda. You're not thinking this is Zelda. It's Sheik. It's Sheik. So I mean, I'll kick it off, man. The Forest Temple.
Yeah, you kick it off.
As adult Link, I think it starts to set the tone for. Again, learning how to play with adult Link because all of the weaponry that you had as a kid, you no longer have the ability to use as an adult. There were moments in this temple that, as I'm thinking about it, is not as memorable as like the Fire Temple. Kind of lackluster. It was a bit lackluster.
You're gonna be mad. Look at my screen. You're gonna be mad at this. That's it.
Oh no! You are not giving this temple an S.
No, that temple was so fun. It was so fun.
Wait a minute.
Not only that, it was so intricate. It was so fun. Like, I thought it was so creative. And you really had to think about stuff and like backtrack. It felt like I was playing Resident Evil again. I'm like, okay, to backtrack. Okay. Because I think at that point I was in the mindset after doing that hard tip, I was in the mindset, okay, I need to lock in. And it was an S. It was a good design. I love that temple. Forest Temple is an S. That's an S, right? The music.
It was intricate.
The music was good. The boss was cool. Because that's when you fight the Shadow Ganondorf. That was cool. Because I'm like, ooh, we fight Ganondorf?
Okay, I'll give you that.
And then 3, I like the design way better than Jabba's belly.
Sure.
And the design of the level was good. That's what I like. The difficulty was cool. It was good.
The difficulty was cool.
It was cool. It took me 5 hours. It took me 5 hours still, you know, during the recording, but still, like, it was fun. The Jabba Jabba's belly doesn't get an A because I didn't like the design. I just didn't like it. What are you walking away for? What are you walking away for? I feel like a little bit of hypocrite, but still, it was a good design, bro. I liked it. It was like a weird soundtrack, but it was cool, bro. The design was it was a fun temple. He's still not back yet. I'm Mixology Gaming now.
Oh, you get I had to go get the whole, like, I gotta get the good stuff to stay focused, because
Oh my, really?
I gotta get the good stuff to stay focused. I gotta get the good stuff.
I'm stressing him out.
You stressing me out. You stressing me out. It's the logic that you just applied to giving this temple an S. But that same logic, you can't apply it to the last one that we just ranked, and you gave it a B.
But it was stupid.
That was
It was stupid. It was stupid.
I agree. You're inside a giant mouth of a fish. I get it. I understand. You're inside of a freaking creature. I completely understand.
The design was stupid.
Lord knows that I'm inside of a creature that has electric jellyfish, for goodness sakes. But then I'm older and I get to play inside a giant treehouse, because that's exactly what that was. But that was cool, because I get to be inside of a treehouse. Oh my God. Jeez, oh Pete, man.
It was fun. So you telling me the Forest Temple wasn't fun?
I never said it. I literally was going into my spiel until you was like, "Did you hear the music? Did you see this?"
The design was cool. It was super memorable. How are you saying it wasn't memorable? Once I heard you say it wasn't memorable.
It wasn't memorable. Listen. The best part of the Forest Temple was the boss. The boss fight was dope. I agree with you there. There's no disagreeing on the boss fight, okay?
Yeah.
Getting to the Forest Temple, the maze, that was dope too. Because again, that maze. That was dope. That was dope. Every temple to get into.
So tell me, what was more fun? Getting into the Jabba Jabba's mouth or getting to the Forest Temple?
Apparently, what you enjoyed the most was throwing a boomerang.
Woo!
Yes! I get to hit the A button.
Boomerang was cool because that arrow was stupid.
You making me nervous. Sarah!
What's wrong with that? I don't see the problem.
Where is the tier of difficulty? Easy, normal, hard, I'll be damned.
It was
Where
hard.
is cool?
It was hard. It was hard.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. It was hard. It took me so long
to beat the Forest Temple.
Yeah, it took me a while. But not as long as the Jabba Jabba was still. Jabba Jabba, it was. Man. I just didn't like it. It didn't like. So where are you rating it?
I am not rating it an S.
An A? Because it's no lower than an A. It was really cool.
Which one is the Forest Temple? This was the Forest Temple?
Yes, that was the Forest Temple.
I'll put it right here.
A B?
Mediocre.
Oh my God! You could put the Fire Temple as a B.
No, you could put the Fire Temple at an A or an S.
Yeah, A or S for Fire Temple. I agree with that.
100%.
Because the Fire Temple was memorable. There was go
there. No, let's go there right now. Everything that you was about to say, everything you was about to say about the Fire Temple is an accurate statement.
Yeah,
it was memorable. It was memorable. It was difficulty. It was a difficulty.
I don't think it was that difficult. It wasn't because that was the only temple. That was the only temple that I didn't have. Like I went through it smooth.
Yes. It's the smoothest temple. It's the smoothest temple.
Yeah, it's the smoothest temple.
It was once you started to gain momentum, you can easily go through the Fire Temple. You have to gain the momentum. You have to figure out what to do, and once you figured it out, then it was easy to go through. It was by far one of the easiest temples. I'll give you that. The boss fight was dope. Yeah. Right? I mean, a giant freaking dragon coming out of the lava. You're fighting the dragon. You don't know that this is the dragon that's flying around.
You know what's crazy? I don't mean to interrupt you, but the dragon. I just wish the design was cooler. But go ahead.
No, I mean just the fact that dragon. You didn't know that was a dragon above the castle. You didn't know that until you beat him, and then you're like, oh, that was the dragon. There was moments of that temple where I was like, okay, this is a cool temple. It was easy. So I'll take that back. It was easy. Mm-hmm. But I remember the Fire Temple. There was dope moments of the Fire Temple. Importantly, you needed a whole fucking fit. Excuse my language. You need a whole uniform to even get into the fire temple.
That's
so
true.
that alone was fire. I put that, honestly, I don't know if I put that as an S.
Not as an S, because
I put it as an, I'm gonna put
if
that
it was
as
a little bit, because like honestly, because how I felt with the fire temple, when I was going through it, I was like, this is weird, because every temple I've done before, it's been been very difficult. It's so smooth, and honestly, I was it felt like a nice relief temple, to be honest. It was just like,
yeah, at this point, this was very smooth.
I was like, okay, cool. I could just, put the bomb there. Oh, okay, attack that. Oh, fight this monster to get this key. Oh, get this chest. Okay, and then loop back around, because now I got the hammer to do stuff. I thought, it was really cool. I thought it was very decent, but I don't think it was like, I don't know.
It was the easiest temple.
It was the easiest temple.
It was the easiest temple.
Fire temple was really cool.
I just don't think it was difficult enough for me to say that was a decent puzzle. There was not a puzzle in that temple that made me say.
Yeah, I don't think there was a puzzle at all.
No, there wasn't one that made me go.
It was just smooth.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of funny with those little fake doors that you do when you hit the wall. There were some fake doors there.
I'm giving it a D.
Why?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I went from agreeing with you.
Why?
We literally was giving it so much praise.
I liked it, but again,
you said it was memorable.
Yes, because it was easy. It was memorable because it was easy.
That's insane to me.
It was memorable because it was easy. You had to get a new eunuch to get inside.
Yeah.
Again, you're now learning more of your arsenal, because now you got more of your arsenal to get in. To get into the temple itself was pretty dope as well.
But it was fun.
And the boss fight. But besides that, there was nothing else about the temple that I'm like, that's not an S tier temple.
But a D though? So what makes Inside the Deku Tree better?
Because it's the first. That's the very first one.
What makes Jabu Jabu better?
Difficulty. Jabu Jabu difficulty was insane.
I just don't.
And it was fun.
You can at least give it a C. Thank you. At least a C. I don't think it's D worthy. If anything's D worthy, it's Jabu Jabu's belly.
Man, you just mad because you didn't know how to get in there. Lord,
Man,
no!
what?
I know how to throw a boomerang. I can throw a boomerang, goddammit. I just don't know how to figure out anything else.
Okay, so next on the list is Ice Cavern.
The Ice Cavern is a part of the Water Temple, man.
It's a dungeon. It's still a dungeon. We're rating dungeons. It's still a dungeon.
Okay,
rated.
I would love to hear from your fans.
Okay.
Because again, the Ice Cavern is a part of the Water Temple.
But it's still not the Water Temple.
But that's not a temple.
It's two separate things.
It's not a dungeon.
Inside the Deku Tree is not a temple either. It's a dungeon. We're rating dungeons.
Oh my God.
We're rating dungeons.
Are you separating them, or are they together?
No. Dungeons is universal to everything. It's everything that you go through in the game. It's going to Jabba Jabba's mom.
So a temple and a dungeon is the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if that's the case, in this game they tell you that they gave you a specific number of dungeons and temples that you had to complete. I don't think she said you had to complete 12 dungeons. She said 6 or 7.
But you had to go through them to complete what?
Move on.
Bro, it's okay. Just rate the Ice Cavern. Did you have fun or not?
No, because the Ice Cavern was annoying as hell.
Why?
It was extremely annoying.
We did all that arguing just for you to, bro.
To say that the Ice Cavern was annoying.
All you could have said was, I don't think it's a dungeon, but yeah, I'll rate this place.
I said that.
Okay.
I said that it's not a dungeon. Literally. Okay. I literally said that. I said those words.
About what we were arguing
We're
about.
arguing about the fact that you are trying to. I truly believe you are taking the words.
So what do you call the spiritual stones that you get? Like, what do you call those places?
The spirit. Oh, you talking about the?
Where do you get the spiritual stones? What do you call those places?
The fountains. You talking about from the fairies?
No, I'm talking about when you get a spiritual stone, like going to Jabba Jabba's mom. Like,
Yeah.
what do you call those places?
See, I would call those. If we had to separate the two, I would call what you went through as Kid Link. Those are dungeons.
Okay.
I would call what you went through with Adult Link temples, because you had to complete a task.
Okay.
There is a token or whatever, whatever you had to collect. You had to collect those from temples, and in dungeons you got the spiritual stones.
Okay.
I'm not rating that. That's not a temple.
Okay, I'll rate it though since
It's not-
it's part of the tier list. So I'm gonna rate it.
Yeah, it's part of the tier list. I'm gonna give it a B for difficulty. It was very frustrating.
Yeah,
it was
I give it a B for
annoying.
two. Yeah.
It definitely had moments of like I can remember, but it wasn't, to me, it's not a temple, so I can't give it the worthiness of what I've given the Daku Tree and Jaku Jaku. I can't do it.
No, yeah, we're not trying to rate it as like a temple. We're just like its own thing, just a separate thing. Like when you go to this place, it's a whole area.
Moving that damn ice block was making me mad.
Okay.
All right, moving the ice blocks was mad. All right.
All right, let's get on to the water temple.
It's an S.
Link must use
It's
his
the first
new
S.
iron boots to sink to the bottom of Lake Hylia and dislodge the lock with his hook shot to find the water temple. In the temple, Link meets up with Princess Ruto again, who leads Link further into the dungeon where he must raise and lower the water level constantly to find a complex collection of small keys to advance.
Bro, the water temple is an S.
I don't even want to talk about this temple.
The water temple was an S.
I say it was A.
Okay. I'm not gonna get mad because actually I should get mad because I don't understand how the forest temple is bad. So you're saying based on I want to make sure that
I'm gonna give it an S.
Okay, because I'm about to say like, are you saying that the forest temple was better than the water temple? You're gonna sit here and say that?
In design,
In design?
The design of it was okay. I guess
Ooh, you better figure it out.
Yeah,
you better figure it out.
I think.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
I think the reason I'm probably going to give it an A is because I thought it was mechanically annoying to keep taking the boots off, put the boots back on, take the boots off, put it back on, and then keep like. It's just that that mechanical, the mechanical part of doing that was really annoying. Sure. I didn't like that.
Sure.
Like, but as far as its difficulty in figuring out, it was hard, satisfying. The design of the temple was pretty cool.
Yep.
You do a Shadow Link thing with that Shadow Link fight. You get 2 boss fights.
You do.
And I thought that was cool.
Well, you get mini boss fights on all of them, but that fight, that was worthy of being a fight.
Yeah, that one had 2, basically. 2 main fights.
Yeah, that was worthy of being a boss fight.
Yeah.
The Shadow Link fight was outstanding.
And then you fought that little weird water monster.
Yep.
Which was pretty easy, right? It was pretty easy. I don't know. That was hard.
If you put the water temple as an S, you need to take the forest temple down. There's no way that those two either are on the same level.
As much as I still like the water temple of its difficulty, as much as I like it, I just don't think I can put it at S because I didn't enjoy it as much as going through the forest temple.
You didn't enjoy it because it was hard.
No, the mechanical issue. I hated boost back on, boost off, and then the water level thing. And if you mess up, and then like the enemies kept making you fall, and if you mess up, it was just a whole mess. It was just a whole mess. And plus, with that flute thing, that flute thing was so annoying. Oh my god, I gotta show a clip of it. But when I did the flute, I literally pressed the flute where you play the song, and then that's how you manipulate the water.
Yeah, I actually was watching you do that. That was
so stupid. I literally did that.
You did. Yeah.
So for that, it's an A. But it's a good temple. It's a good temple. I don't like it as much. I thought it was cool fighting Shadow Link. I thought it was cool. But I just don't think it's S tier worthy.
I think that we need to define the tiers before we move forward here.
Why do we need to design? Why?
Here's the reason. Because
yes,
the best temple in this game was the water temple. It was the most difficult temple.
It's the most memorable temple out of all of them.
Yes, because and literally when you told me you was playing this game, the very first thing I told you was there is a temple that is insanely hard, and when you get there, you are going to hate it. Bottom line. And everybody who's ever played this game will tell you that the water temple was by far the worst temple design. It was horribly aesthetically bad. It was all that. We don't disagree. But if we're talking about a tier list, if we're talking about the level of difficulty that a game has to offer, the best and the highest tier possible, S tier goes to the water temple. Because there's
in
no
terms
other
of
temple.
difficulty, yeah, of course.
Getting to it,
Like getting
to it, the ice cavern.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't
getting through it. The mini boss, which the mini boss was a reflection of yourself.
That was cool.
That was, I mean, once you figured it out, it wasn't that difficult of a fight.
Yeah.
But it was still a cool fight to be a part of. You're wearing your blue unique. You're matching. How dope is that, right? You're matching. You got your, blue shield. You got your master sword. You got all that stuff. You rocking boots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot to love about the water temple. Hated the fucking water. I hated the water temple. But if we're talking about the S tier is reserved for elite on all statuses, that's the water temple. You got the forest temple up on the S tier.
Because I'm going in terms of how much did I enjoy it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Your list, my list, that water temple is S tier. That water temple is S tier. It was hard. Let me ask you a question. Completely different game. Okay. If we were to tier list right now, your favorite genre game, Resident Evil, where would you put Resident Evil? I'm trying to think. Where would you put the very first Resident Evil? Because
on the tier list.
On the tier list.
On difficulty?
No, I'm saying on the tier list. On the tier list. Mm-hmm. Because and the reason why I'm picking the first one because out of all the Resident Evils, the first one was the hardest one.
The first one was the hardest. So that means I should give it an S rank?
No, I'm asking you. Where would you rank that game? I want to kind of understand you as you put the rest of this tier together. Because if you put one temple up there with the forest temple, I'm gonna throw all of this. I'm throwing all of this.
Because you can't just rate it based on difficulty. I'm rating it based on was it actually an enjoyable difficulty? Was it a
was the water temple an enjoyable difficulty?
Not really.
Not
really.
So you don't like a challenge?
But I do like a challenge. I do like a challenge, but I still challenge.
Are you actually coming here?
We're live. Yeah,
we're live, and you're coming to have a conversation with me.
I like a challenge.
How do you like a challenge, but then you won't rate it?
It's missing other factors.
That's a whole
just in terms like
it's your list, man. It's your list.
I get it.
It's your list.
I'm not mad at it being an S tier though.
I'm not. No, I'm mad that you put the forest temple as an S and the water temple.
It was fun all around.
You gave it
It was fun all around.
I'm still on this, bro. You got difficulty easy, normal, hard, I be damn, and you're
based in difficulty.
But you gave it cool. Difficulty cool.
It's a cool difficulty. What's wrong with that? It doesn't mean
where does cool fall?
Cool is me just saying, oh, that difficulty is good.
Okay. So where does that fall?
On water temple?
No. Where does cool tragic?
That was tragic. Okay, that's fair.
Water temple.
I'm not mad at that.
The water temple gets an S.
Okay, I can accept that.
No, I don't think you do accept it.
I can accept it.
I don't think you want to accept it.
Where'd you put forest temple?
Where I put the forest temple at a B.
Oh, okay.
I gave it a respectable grade.
That's respectable.
That's a respectable grade.
Because it wasn't a bad temple. Like I said, the forest temple was it was still hard, right? Because of the puzzles and all that, but I think it was just still fun and it was very mysterious. It was very atmospheric, good design.
Yes.
It had everything. Water temple
had everything.
Difficulty and bad design.
When you say it that way, okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Big difficulty, bad design. That's it. I'll put bottom line like a B. It was like
that's fair.
C.
I'm gonna put it. I'll put it up there in the C as well.
C was average. That's where you go to get the tool. It was cool. It was cool.
Which one is the bottom of the well? Which one is
bottom of the well? Is that? Yeah. Do you want to do Spirit or Shadow?
Let's do Shadow because I think Shadow. I like
Shadow.
I like Shadow Temple too. Yeah. Let's do Shadow.
When Link returns to the Kakariko village with 4 medallions, he finds the village in flames. Sheik will warn Link to stay back before a shadowy figure emerges from the well and knocks them both unconscious. When Link wakes up, Sheik teaches him the Nocturne of Shadow. Link must play the song to reach the Shadow Temple with the Lens of Truth in hand. It was called the Lens of Truth.
Yes, it was.
Yep. In hand, gains entry using Den's fire. Within the temple, Link finds a dungeon similar to the bottom of the well, as it filled with Redeads, Staphylos, and Skeletons, as well as another dead hand. Okay, the dead hands.
The dead hands. Yep.
Freaking
that boss fight was annoying.
That Shadow Temple, bro. Oh no.
So I think Shadow Temple.
That B.
No. Not yet. I think Shadow Temple was unique. I think it was unique. I think that it was. Okay, since we're coming up with new difficulty, tiers here apparently. Cool is a difficulty. Okay. It was borderline between medium and hard. Because Shadow Temple really wasn't that hard. It really wasn't. It wasn't. It had moments of annoyance.
Yeah, it had moments of annoyance.
But when I look back at it, I think it was very even Neil.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't easy. It was challenging, but it was simple. It was kind of, the design was actually pretty dope. you had to go get you needed a specific item to even get through that damn temple to fight the boss, to do pretty much anything. I liked the Shadow Temple, and it was spooky.
Spooky.
It was spooky.
People told me some lore about it that it was actually a prison for Hyrule.
Okay.
It was actually a prison.
So that's dope.
I thought that was honestly interesting. Yeah, it probably would have been more interesting if they gave us more detail about this temple.
If it was more
to give us a little bit more background. Whoa, so that's why it's so creepy and horrific here. That soundtrack was.
Do you think that if they would have added maybe prison cells, maybe hanging chains, maybe bones, made it to bring out the essence of a specific, the dungeon type of feel inside of a temple or castle? Do you think if they would have done something like? No, I'm just saying, because if they put that type of dungeon together or temple together today and remade it would be more immersive and it would be more dark.
Yeah.
Spirit Temple, it's got to be dark. It has to.
Spirit Temple.
This was a dark temple, and I thought it was even nil. I like the B grade. I want to give it an A so bad. I want to give it an A.
I want to give it an A in terms of it, the design of that temple was really good.
I want to give it an A.
And also, the fact that you had to depend on that lens of truth was crazy. And actually, you don't even need the lens of truth to do it. No, you don't. You don't. Because people have beat it without the lens of truth. That's what's kind of
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. You got to remember exactly.
I mean, but if you wanted to play with the iron boots on, on certain boss fights, you can do that. That's a challenge. Yeah. If you wanted to use the long sword when you got it, that's a challenge. Yeah. There's a challenge that you can create for yourself in any video game. That's a challenge. But to complete the game in its entirety, you got to get you got to get it. You got to get the lens. To say I got it all, you got to get the lens.
Yeah. To be a completionist.
Yes. Yeah. I want to give it an A. But I think it is a B temple.
Okay. I'm not wrong. I don't know.
Because like I said, it's like we talked about this.
Because that would be me saying, is the water temple better than the shadow temple?
Well, based on the way you called out the water temple, nothing is better than nothing. Everything's better than the water temple. The way you just described it. But I'm saying for the Shadow Temple, it wasn't it's just the Spirit Temple was the same thing. It was
Spirit Temple was.
It was You have flying objects coming at you in the Spirit. In the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, Spirit Temple was.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't anything that stood out. It was oh yeah, this was a dope. It was design wise, best two temples in the game.
Yeah.
Those are the best two temples in the game.
What's the best two temples?
Spirit and Shadow. Spirit. From a design perspective.
Yeah, I thought
those are two. Spirit was the best.
How did you feel about the boss?
You talking about for the Shadow Temple?
Yeah,
creepy.
Creepy.
This is weird. It was just weird.
It was. I thought it was. Oh, okay.
Because it was just the bongos. It wasn't anything I was like.
Yeah. I thought it was weird.
It was kind of but it was easy.
Yeah,
it was easy because you just kind of ran through it.
Yeah, I don't think the bosses in the game, the way they do bosses in the game, they're like gimmicks. They're gimmick bosses, so it's not really meant to be super difficult. Because how do you make it that difficult in that game back then?
Very true, very true. But in regards to that boss, again, it was just weird. I'm just okay. So it's what is that? It was just weird, man. I don't know. Yeah. Again, the Spirit Temple is the one that I think from an aesthetic standpoint was the best designed temple. I don't think that the Shadow Temple is better than the Spirit Temple from a design perspective.
All right, next one. We're about to do the Spirit Temple. We got 2 more. Actually, I don't even know what this one is.
I don't know what that is. I feel like we got 2 more.
I'm trying to think. Oh, why are they counting that?
See, exactly. Thank you. Whatever that is, that's exactly what Ice Cavern
I think
is.
this is where you go to do the race with the ghost. That's what that is.
Yeah, how do you even do that?
That's not even that.
Just like the Ice Cavern.
The one I understand. That one I understand. But anyway, let's go to Spirit Temple before we get into another arc. Alright. Link must be recognized as a Gyarados to reach the haunted wasteland. He uses the long shot and lens of truth to eventually reach the desert Colossus, where Sheik appears and teaches him the Requiem of Spirit, so he can return as a child. He does so and meets the Gyarados thief Naburu. As a child again, he must defeat his first Iron Knuckle to receive the Silver Gauntlets. The dungeon itself only has 1 or 2 new enemies, such as the Anubis. As an adult, Link uses the power of the Silver Gauntlets to delve into the rest of the temple and find the Mirror Shield. With the shield, he finally confronts Twinavera, or Twinova, I think that's the boss, and reflects their powers with the Mirror Shield to free Naburu and awaken her as a savage.
I am about to make you very upset.
It's only because of that first point. There's no freaking way.
I am putting
about me
the
anymore.
Spirit Temple as an S tier.
You cannot talk about me anymore.
Yes.
You cannot talk about me anymore.
I'm doing it.
Okay, give me your reason.
All right.
Give me your reason.
First of all, you can literally get lost in the desert. Can you or can you not?
Yeah.
You can get literally lost trying to get to this temple. You literally have to go. You got to go through so much crap to even get to that point. But once you get to that desert, you can get lost. Then you got to get there. You got the long shot. You got to get there. Then you learn music. You have to go between being an adult, being the kid. The first and only temple that was actually done. So let's give some credit to that.
Okay.
That boss fight was actually pretty cool because you're fighting twin Sheiks. You're fighting Sheik.
That was
that
cool
was
boss.
Actually a bomb ass boss.
That was a good boss.
Then again, another fit that you get to learn. You get the red fit now. You got the mirror shield, and now you got the red eunuch, and you got the long sword.
Don't you already have the red one?
Yeah, you already had the red one, but you got the mirror shield, right?
Oh yeah, the mirror shield.
Yep.
That was.
And you got things flying at you, and then you got the wing shoes. So now you got Nike. You just got to go in there and do it, baby. Just do it. That was a temple, and that was the best aesthetic design of any temple in that game. That is an S tier. That is an S tier. That is an S tier, and if you give it anything less, you are not a Zelda fan. Period. That is an S tier. That is an S tier.
I really like the Spirit Temple.
That was a good temple. And you got gauntlets too. You get the gold gauntlets, bro. Let's go, man. Let's get out of here, bro. What are you talking about?
I understand. I'll give it an A though, but I don't think it was like super amazing.
It was designed beautifully.
It was cool though. It was cool. I don't know if it's an S, but I thought it was cool. That dungeon was fun. I mean, that temple was fun.
Bro, that temple was
fun. I like that one. That was fun.
So how is it that you still have the forest temple as an S?
Like you just rated the Sky Temple based on like the outside factors as well.
The Spirit Temple, absolutely.
Yeah. There was outside factors with the Forest Temple too. The Forest Temple is amazing.
It was dope. Yes,
the little maze was so cool. It was clean.
What you're missing is, again, with the Forest Temple, it was the first temple, just like the Daku Tree mission. It's the first one. It's gonna get an honorable mention because it's the first one, but it can't be one of the best ones. That's what I'm saying. If one of the first missions is the best mission, then your game is a failure. This game wasn't a failure for that. The reason why Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time was so great.
That's why I put Spirit Temple up there. Because it was great.
And it was one of the last ones. And it's just, as it should be, one of the best temples. It's the last one. You don't want one of the best ones to be the first one.
True. I guess, but like the getting dungeon was an A.
I agree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Huh?
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Because that's the last. It's the final, the finale fight. You want the finale to have everything. That had everything. It had everything.
I mean, yeah, they had the references to all the temples.
Yes,
in there.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. The culmination of a game.
Yeah.
You want it to be at the very end of the boss fight, not the I beat the boss and then here's the ending of the game.
Yeah.
I want all of it, and they gave you that in that. Yeah. So I'm giving that an A.
I thought the Ganondorf fight was lackluster. I didn't like.
I
don't even know when you fight the bigger Ganon, that was cool, but the Ganon fight itself wasn't good.
The Ganondorf, the Shadow Ganon that you fought in the Forest Temple
was way cooler
than the ending,
which is crazy. So you can't blame me for really liking it.
I don't disagree.
I guess I could put it at A, but
yes, knock that shit down.
I can't.
You can knock it down, bro.
I can't.
I
can't. Fighting the twins was even cool.
Listen, we agree that this game is a jump. This is historically one of the best games ever created. Top 10 in anybody's list. If you're a gamer of any sort, this Legend of Zelda trumps everything. Breath of the Wild was a fantastic game. It's a beautiful game. Yeah. It's a platinum game because it had technology and it allowed it to be great for sure. But this did not have technology. It was a cartridge video game and it was legendary. Yeah. This is a legendary game. So by far this is a beautiful game. But that damn temple that you got up there is not an S temple. I'm just being honest. But yeah, I agree with you though. The Ganon Castle, that's an A. That's an A. That's an A temple. That's an A temple.
Yeah, the Ganon. So the Ganon Castle's last like dungeon or whatever that you go to. Mm-hmm. It's a mix of everything. Yep. You know. I don't remember too much of the puzzle, but you got the ice stuff. You got where you got to use the lens of truth. You got you got to use everything.
Everything.
And I thought that was pretty cool. And you save the you free the guardians or whatever. Mm-hmm. Thought that was pretty cool, but the fight was lackluster. Very lackluster. I mean, the Shadow Ganon was more fun.
It was. It was.
But yeah, I think it was an A. You know, nothing less, I guess.
I'll give it an A.
Yeah.
I'll give it an A. I don't disagree with that one. I don't disagree with you giving that an A at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think again, from like if I look at my tier, when I look at my tier, I see the beginning of the game and the end of the game at the S level, and there was moments that they had S moments. I mean, excuse me, the beginning and the end were A moments, and there were moments that were S tier.
Yeah,
that's when I look at my tier list. That's what I see. I see the Water Temple being at its highest difficulty of a game for an RPG. That's excellent. I'm putting that at an S. And the most aesthetically beautiful temple that they had in the game to offer to get to the temple, to get through the temple, to beat the bosses, that's an S. That to me culminates everything. And then you just had kind of moments in there. You just kind of had moments.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
The worst, I think we can agree, the worst temple after talking about it is the Fire Temple.
The worst temple is the fire one?
The worst temple is the fire one. Nothing memorable about it. Easiest temple. You can just breeze through straight. Like it wasn't anything challenging about it.
I'm trying to think.
The boss fight was the
dopest. When I look
fight.
at let me see. I guess out of all the temples, like where it says temple, I guess the fire one would be the one that's like, Yep.
Then the one underneath, the one above that would probably be Spirit. No, Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow.
Oh,
you want to do an order now?
No, I'm kind of going. I'm just kind of thinking like, okay.
From the bottom, From the bottom is fire. The bottom is fire temple. Shadow would be above that one.
I'm feeling like you're gonna put the water like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so disrespectful.
Thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. This was honestly insane. This exceeded expectations, honestly. I can't believe
somebody just said it in the chat. Oh no!
What?
The Forest Temple is way better than the Water Temple. You are wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely
not.
No way.
I'm winning.
You're not winning.
It seems like me and his tier list are completely different, but like but there are similar
There's some similarities.
in certain ways. But even though we agree and disagree on things, it was still fun. It was still fun. And thank you so much for going on the
You don't even know the name of your own program? Damn. See, that's what I'm saying.
No,
how you gonna listen to this man and his shit? He don't even know the name of his own
This is
show.
where I will make a cut.
He don't even
Thank
know.
you for
No,
joining.
don't cut this out. He don't even know the name of his own show.
But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
If you are feeling disheartened, that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be.